bank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one Chief Rock Knicks University main man, Uncle Freezie. Welcome to the premier Knicks in the Nighttime show. Cowboy Bob got something to say. Y'all give Cowboy Bob y'all attention. Them.
Good evening, y'all. Good evening, Kerry Cox, Just Knicks, Edwin, Latoria B. I'd like to thank y'all for coming out here. Thank you, Unc, for having me on. But I got to talk about something. I couldn't sleep last night, man. You know why, Unc, I couldn't sleep?
What was that?
All this Brogdon talk. And it ain't just him. It's about how everybody just thinks that whoever we add, we just good with them. But to be honest with you, I honestly think that Brogdon is more of a problem than he is a helper. And I think that re-signing Shamet was a good thing because I could actually explain all of this. So with my intentions of what I'm about to say is basically my interpretation of what Brogdon would bring to the Knicks. You mind if I spit a bit?
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Mike Brown's defensive philosophy versus Brogdon's defensive limitations. Mike Brown is known for a defensive-minded approach, having built successful teams and elite defenses identity with Golden State, and has improved Sacramento. His defensive system prioritized switching, high-intensity ball pressure, and team defense. Players in this system needs to be versatile defenders, able to move quick, guard multiple positions, and contribute to rotation and help defense. Now, reason why I don't agree with Brogdon not fitting is decline in his defensive impact. In the recent years, his defensive numbers have slipped, and he's a liability with quickness and more athletic guards. Very liable. His defensive rating, let's say 2023 to 2024, was about 113, and his on-ball defense has been inconsistent. Lack of quickness and versatility, that happens. I know you get injured a lot, but the Knicks defense under Brown, I think, will rely on players like OG, Bridges, Mitchell Robinson, maybe McBride and Arielle on defense. I'm praying, Packer maybe, they might throw it in there, who can lock down different position and switch on defenders. Brogdon lacks the quickness and lateral agility to fully execute the kind of switch-heavy defense Brown emphasizes. He's a solid defender, but not an elite one, which would make it hard for him to adapt to defensive demands of the Mike Brown system. So I got that. And then it's only like 5 quick points. This is the second point. Second point is his offensive style, slow methodology versus pace and ball movement. Now, Brown, we do know, emphasizes pretty good defense, but he's going to want to do it stronger with the Knicks. His offensive system with the Sacramento Kings in 2023 was a fast-paced, heavy, focused on ball movement and spacing. Brown's offense thrives on quickness, decision, passing, creating, and easy shots off the ball. Why I think Brogdon don't fit? His methodology of play style. Brogdon is at best when he's controlling the ball, so he has to have the ball in his hand, operating a steady ball as a ball handler. While that may work for like the Pacers and the Celtics, because they got shooters, and it kind of is a slower. For me, I think it's slower, more structured set. Brogdon's game don't mesh with us because we're going to plan on being a high-powered offense like the one Brown always employs. So he isn't built to push the tempo, nor is he a high-level transition threat to me. I think he's also reducing playmaking impact lately, and it's nothing to say that he's bad at anything, but he declined in the recent seasons because he's become more of a secondary role. So he gets less usage and it becomes ineffective. So the fast-paced ball movement that we planning on having in Mike Brown's offense is still needs versatile playmakers who can keep the ball moving quickly. He won't be able to do that because he's an on-ball threat and efficiently. Brogdon, who has not been dynamic in transition or fast ball movement, I think would be a cog. He would slow us down in this system of quick decision making. Point number 3. Brogdon's shooting inconsistency in a space-dependent system. I think we're going to see more of a 5 and out with this system that we've been talking about with Tibbs last year, but we had like a 4-1. But I think that basically with the way that he's able to use the 3-point shot to help spread the floor, Brogdon dropped to 35% 2 years ago, which is below average in any Mike Brown system for a player who's actually going to be shooting the 3 ball. If you look at Shamet does pull up from 3 from 41%. I've been saying this why we should have re-signed him. And I think that it'll help spread the floor if we decide to go small ball. We can have our guy Clarkson, McBride, and Shamet running. And the plays we can be running with them is because him and McBride are both pull-up shooters. Clarkson can kick out, pass, rotation, and it'll spread the floor more as far as shooting the 3 ball. Because now you got 3 shooters, different locations, and Clarkson can control the tempo a lot better than Brogdon can. And it also makes me wonder, why did we even take Clarkson? And if we are doing this, it'll ease off the pressure of McBride as well, where he doesn't have to rely so heavily on his offense and focus on defense. So that could actually help us out. He's been an inconsistent 3-point. I'm talking about Brogdon. Basically, he's in the 30 to 35% range. It's like I said, he's going to be lacking in efficiency because he's going to be doing less. He's not going to be shooting as much like he did with Boston. You think about what Brown did for De'Aaron Fox and Kevin Huerter, as they were the key offensive system to stretch the floor and force defenses to cover multiple ground in the area. That's what Brunson and Bridges can do. So for me, I think that with him being here, he's a good shooter, but not a great shooter. And his lack of consistency from beyond the 3-point line, I think kind of makes him a bad floor spacer for us. Not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying he's a bad fit for us. And plus, with the way the defenses are focusing more on collapsing the paint and protecting the rim, he's not really going to be that much liable. Now, this is my 4th point. I know I talk a lot, but I'm almost done. I'm trying to wrap it up. So in 2025, I think the Knicks, we would be basically most running out featured through Brunson, Bridges, OG, and Cat. I don't know who the 5th one's going to be because I'm going to leave that up to the coach. We're going to be relying on basically team defense and team first offense. And with that being said, we add in a secondary ball handler in Brogdon. Why did we sign Clarkson? If Brogdon's going to be our 6th man or our second ball handler, then he's going to just be taking up space from Clarkson. I think that we already have a lot of established players, even though they've never been here. They already know what their role is, as opposed to where when Brogdon is going to be coming in, he's going to be controversy because 1, his spot's not consistent, and 2, I think the Knicks will be better off developing younger players like Packham, McCullers, Arielle, and Kolick. I think that they would be better in those roles because it's lesser minutes and we're not expecting what Brogdon can do from that. Like, you're expecting Brogdon to give you 20, but he's probably going to get, 7 to 10 minutes? Because he's going to be splitting all those minutes. We already got a crowded backcourt. If you look at how deep our rotation is, Brunson, Clarkson, McBride, Shamet, Kolick, there's a lot of people that's going to need that ball. So all of this being said, his off-ball movement and his defensive consistency, I don't even think that that's a good thing. So I don't think he's no longer a strong caliber point guard, and the Knicks needs a player because this is what I've been hearing. We need someone to come in now and work. That's why we got Clarkson. That's why a lot of people don't like Packham in the starting lineup. as a secondary role, I think with this crowded backcourt, it's going to take away from McBride, who I just told you can improve with Shamet and Clarkson being there, because now he can focus on defense, help that out more, and hit his open shots and still be effective. You don't have to be a primary scorer like he was last year. And I think that his lack of adaptability can create a lot of tension because he's a little bit slow. And yeah, he's coming off of injuries, but he's sluggish the last few years. I'm almost done, Chad. I know y'all hate when I talk.
Get him,
but...
Cowboy Bob. Get him, Cowboy Bob.
So mental and adaptability to the system. One of the issues that Mike Brown has with the Knicks system, and we've seen him do it with Sacramento, he's quick to take you out if you ain't feeling it. He would rather take you out, sit you down for about 4 or 5 minutes, let you see what you're missing, and then throw you back in and make the adjustments. But with this team, with our offense, Clarkson, some of the guys off the bench, we got like 7 to 8 scorers. You might not get another chance in that game. I'm just saying, because I think this is going to be more pushing offense. It's going to be more structured team concept. And Brogdon's looking for a role because the last 2 years, he's been ineffective. So for me, I just think that he's going to have a lot of hard friction, learning the system, learning what his role is, because he's one of those guys that has to feel important to me. And that can cause some controversy in the locker room. And I don't want nobody, especially a former Boston guy. I mean, we had Watson, but I don't want a guy like him to come in and try to stir the pot and make it more difficult for everyone. So in conclusion, I just think that in this system, Michael Brogdon, declining defense, his shooting inconsistency, struggle to adapt to a secondary role makes him a poor fit. Methodology combined with his inability to consistently contribute defensively or stretch the floor creates too many issues in a high-paced game. Defensive, aggressive system like the one Brown employs. With a crowded backcourt and the Knicks we're already versatile defenders with OG. Like the way we got our defense, we good. We're going to be having fast decision-making like a guy like Josh Hart. He could thrive in this system. I'm not saying he's going to be the starter, but we can see him pushing the tempo, getting that 5 and out. It may not be the starters, but we can get that going. And that fast-paced movement is going to help our defense, whereas Brogdon can slow it down. That's not going to help because why did we get Clarkson? You see what I'm saying? So for me, I just think Brogdon, he's not a fit for us. He's a good player. He's just not for us. That's my conclusion, man. And I know everybody say, oh, it's contract. The point I honestly think that we got him was trade bait. But the thing is I still think that we wasted his space because he can do, even though you could be there for one game and cause enough controversy to destroy the team for the whole year. We've seen those people. So I'm just saying, I don't think that we should have signed him at all. But that's my conclusion, and that's why I don't like him. So I could go ahead and hate.
Yeah,
I just think
the contract details, we don't know for sure until the Knicks turn that stuff into the league, and we can go on sites like Spotrac to kind of get the particulars of it. So I don't know for sure. All I know is it sounds like a 1-year deal, vet minimum type situation. You up here like you trying to take over the league, bro. You know what I'm saying? You trying to take over the league. Y'all see how Cowboy Bob came in here with one thought? Like he wasn't rambling, he wasn't all over the place. He just had like him a little, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't ring around the rosy or nothing. He just got straight to the point.
Again, I like Brogdon on other teams because he has the way he plays is very good for the NBA, but not for us, man. The way the East is, the way we've been playing, we need to be Billy the Kid talking about we can make you famous type stuff, you know. Calling, we gotta be quick with it. You can't be on you Ringo and we freaking Doc Holliday. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? We Doc Holliday. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of people liked Brogdon for the last 2 years. Same thing with Bruce Brown. So, for me, I kind of have a bad taste because I still remember when the Nuggets won, and I keep saying it, Christian Braun. He came in the playoffs and in the finals. That 4-minute stretch where he was sending blocks, coming out, dunking on people. I see Packham can have that same effect and push out a guy like Brogdon. I mean, that's me dreaming, of course, but I'm just saying I prefer younger talent and exploiting that.
I can see where you're coming from.
And salute to the chat. Thank you for listening, my guys.
I can see where you're coming from.
So what you got, Unc?
In terms of Malcolm Brogdon,
Mm-hmm.
hey man, listen, I mean, he better than DaQuan Jeffries and Charlie Brown Jr. I know that, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll be more consistent than Cameron Payne was last year when we needed a guy to be consistent. You know, I mean, no disrespect to Cameron Payne because I liked Cameron Payne when he was with us, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the way that it ended. You don't know if like how you don't know why he slowed down towards the end of the season. You don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
But I know at the beginning of the season that energy was crucial.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Like that time that they took out we had White and Shamet running for like 10 minutes in that game in the playoffs. I was like, it was Detroit, I think it was. Like that series, I was just like, why ain't we, what's going on?
Yeah, so, man. Yeah, man.
I don't want that because the thing is I think Clarkson is gonna be here to take over the second team. Everyone keep talking about ball handler, but to be honest, I've been saying it since day one. I do not want Brunson having a ball full court. I want him in that half court because he can conserve his energy on defense and he could take those charges.
I want to see Jalen Iverson. I want Jalen Iverson. That's what I'd like to see.
That's what I'm talking about. Coming off of screens. Give me. Yep. Yeah. And he just running like this is basically like tattooed on the floor of the Knicks. Like that whole
the whole thing he be doing. I don't know how he do it. How he be like
I know. I don't know if it's like this or like
he be like nano. Is that what you doing, Jalen Brunson? Like
exactly.
I don't know what that is, bro.
I don't know what it is either.
Every time I see it, I be thinking pause. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm older though, so
yeah.
Every time I see him do it, I be like, oh, pause, yo. I mean, yo.
But my favorite thing though is I love when he really feeds off with that. Like he come off a screen, pull up. It looked like slow motion to me, man. I love that. And he's just in the air, and you're like, and I
think he'll benefit from Brogdon being on the floor like a passer that can pass with either hand, a facilitator, a high IQ, high character guy. Like him and Landry Shamet I think they high IQ and high character guys, right? I think I know for a fact Malcolm Brogdon is, and I think Landry Shamet is as well, though we know less about Landry Shamet. Right? Like I think Malcolm Brogdon one day is going to be the president of the United States of America. Right? Him or Russell Wilson is going to be like president of the United States of America one day. Right? Yeah. But the thing is like what you say, like he's no longer in his prime athleticism. And so during these next 2 to 3 years of his career, we got to see how he can balance his basketball IQ and his remaining athleticism and leadership. Because that's really what you want. You really need a leader. That's one of the reasons why he here, because he's an excellent person, excellent leader, high basketball IQ, come from a good school, went to Virginia, won Rookie of the Year. He dunked on LeBron. All these things. You like, well, what did he actually do? So. Yeah, and I think if we get Jalen Iverson, I think Jalen Iverson can be 50, 40, 90. That should be his goal. Jalen Iverson, 50, 40, 90. Is that what JB? That's what you should be gunning for. So, but now that Brogdon is here, that means somebody's got to go.
That's what I'm worried about. Because I don't even know who this somebody is. Because to be honest, if Brogdon comes in and does the reverse of everything I just said, I'd be happy. But then who's going?
Right.
And like McBride, to me, I hate to say, I love McBride, man. Because a lot of people forget when we was in the playoffs and he wasn't scoring, he was still coming down, blocking people's shots, still creating steals, still creating turnovers. It wasn't at the level we used to. But he's also dealing with injuries. So for me, it's like, if we give a pass to Brogdon, I think we should give it to a guy who's been here doing it year in and year out.
Let me tell you this though. Somebody legit hit me up and put a rock in my shoe. All right. So I was like, bro, don't put a rock in my shoe. Don't put a rock in my shoe, just random. Like I'm in a team meeting, people, it's Friday afternoon, nobody want to be at work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, oh, man, you know how people is. Mm-hmm. Friday afternoon, everybody got something going on. My computer running set. I got to restart. All this stuff going on Friday afternoons, right? You know how it is.
Yeah.
Somebody hit me up random just to put a rock in my shoe, just to see if I was going to react to them putting a rock in my shoe. And I reacted. I was like, hey, lose my number and don't never text me no bullshit like that ever again.
So Jordan coming back?
No. This is chat. I still have an old iPhone, right? So I don't have a new iPhone. I still have an old iPhone, right? I think I have an iPhone 12. I think I might have like an iPhone 9.
You too?
I don't know.
I have a 12 too.
Yeah, I got like an iPhone 12. I think I ain't upgraded, right? I don't see the need to, right?
Yeah.
But I started to throw some of my things straight out the window when this person texted me. Chat. They texted me. We play Golden State in the finals and win if we do this. Right? I was like, Golden State? The fuck? That's odd as hell. And so the next text message is Mitchell Robinson for Jonathan Kuminga. I look at my phone.
Wait, how they do it? How they do it on
must
YouTube?
Be wrong with this thing, right? It's a spam. They gotta be spamming me, right? This gotta be like a troll or something. Because they already, y'all know how I feel about Mitch. I'm just not a Mitch truther. Like, I don't believe Mitchell Robinson can walk on water, but I do think he's an excellent basketball player, right? Like, I love Mitch. I think Mitch is at least a top 50 defender in the NBA. At least, I think Mitchell Robinson, of all the 400-something players in the NBA, I think Mitchell Robinson is at a minimum top 50. Now, if you want to rank him higher than that, that's on you. And I probably wouldn't disagree with you, right? If you rank them higher than that, I'll probably be cheering you on. Like, yeah, you know what? He probably should be higher than that. But just for the sake of not upsetting all the cat lovers in here, I'm going to say Mitchell Robinson is a top 50 NBA defender. You know, so because every time you give Mitch a compliment, the cat hive get mad. And every time you give Cat a compliment, the Mitch hive get mad, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. Person sends me a thing, they say, the Knicks beat the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals if the Golden State Warriors trade Jonathan Kuminga to the Knicks for Mitchell Robinson. And the fit is, and in their mind, the fit is so perfect for both teams, because basically what they're saying is all Golden State need is another athletic big to go to help Draymond, Jimmy Butler, and Steph Curry. That's what they thinking on their side. And on our side, they thinking that Jonathan Kuminga is the bridge from no pun intended, Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. Then the bridge is Jonathan Kuminga to Malcolm Brogdon and Mo Diawara. So it's basically you have 3 generations of wings. Like you ain't never running out of athletic wings, right? Plus, they feel like Jonathan Kuminga as a Knick can develop in that Mike Brown system and develop into somebody that'll be better than OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges by the end of this season coming up. They think Jonathan Kuminga could be better than Bridges and OG if he could get playing time with the Knicks. That's what they think. That was what they thinking. And I'm like, well, how did Golden State get there? Right? They like, man, all Golden State need is a rim protector that rebound. That's all they need in order to compete. All they really need is somebody that can guard Alperen Sengun and Jokic. That's all they really need, right? And I'm like, okay, that makes sense on NBA 2K, but this is real life.
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't trading no Mitchell Robinson. We not trading no Mitchell Robinson for no Jonathan Kuminga.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The person that said that to me knew that was going to be a rock in my shoe, right? Because I don't believe in trading something that's scarce for something that you have a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got a lot of wing depth, but you don't have a lot of real NBA center depth. Like Mitchell Robinson is an NBA starter, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And Mitchell Robinson is a starting center in the NBA, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Jonathan Kuminga, your starters would be, and it's gonna sound OD, it's gonna sound like 2K, right? So hey, chat, it's gonna sound like NBA 2K when I say it. Your starters would be Brunson, Kuminga, Bridges, OG, and Cat. And you'd have the most athletic wings in the league all in one starting lineup, right? Right. And here's the thing. By bringing back Jonathan Kuminga, right? You give OG rest. Like OG, you keep OG to about 70 games, right? You take Bridges off ball defense. So now he just guarding other wings. And now when you play teams, since Kuminga is a defensive athletic wing with scoring upside, you can switch anything against any team on any night in any situation. And now you're talking about like lockdown defensively. And one of the cute things that was mentioned is, bro, you might be able to sit Cat and put Deuce in the game, like Deuce and another defender, like maybe Deuce and Josh Hart, and another team won't be able to even bring the ball down the floor. You talking about Deuce, Bridges, Kuminga, and OG? But here's the thing. That's 2K, bro. We're not trading on Mitchell Robinson. So the person that sent me that, I told them I was going to call you out on the show. Like, man, y'all be dreaming up these dreams and all this stuff. And this don't even make budgetary sense. Because for one, in order for the Knicks to even do that, they got to match dollar for dollar since the salary cap situation at the end, the apron at the end, right? And then plus two, like, what does Golden State have outside of Kuminga that the Knicks would want? That's attainable, I mean. Because, of course, you would take Curry.
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't attainable.
Yeah, you know damn well he ain't coming to New York, even though he wanted to. But to be honest with you, does anybody not remember when Mitch came back? We went from like 13th in the league to like 9th in defense, and that was because his rim protection and being able to actually guard smaller guys, and with his versatility helped out Bridges a lot, as well as also OG. So why would we get rid of something that's proven for untapped potential when we could always just do what I've been saying? We're going to go for the untapped potential. Let's just see what Packham got. We already know what Mitchell Robinson, OG, and Bridges
somebody on the roster gone, no Cowboy Bob.
Oh, I know. And I think it's, to be honest with you, I think I hate to say this, but I really think that it's going to be like a McCullers, Kolick, McBride, and like, I know they keeping Arielle because we ain't got nobody else really to back up.
Because you got to keep Garrett. You got to keep Garrison Matthews, bro, because he shot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to because I think Garrison Matthews shot 44% from three from three last year.
Yeah.
And just by having 44% from three is crazy, bro.
That's actually elite in this league. Like 39 to 41% is good, but to shoot 43, that's like you pulling out Steph Curry. Like that's like Steph Curry and Dame, prime Dame. You know, like. Because 43 is unheard of. It depends. Even on low volume, it's still a lot. Like 43 is what? 4 for 9. It's not even 4 for 9. It's like.
Yeah, that's 4 for 9. 44.
Yeah, it's like 4 for 9. Yeah, it's like 4 for 9, and that's crazy. Because you think about it, 9. That's like 2-3 shots you get. You're hitting a 3 every quarter, and you're only taking like 2, maybe 3 a quarter. and that can start a run. That's a lot of that's dangerous. That's actually something like Dante did before he even got with us. And then what we do with
Oh,
Dante, we was like,
he shot 39% last year.
okay. Well, that's still up there with Bridges. Well, if you look at it, that's what Bridges shot, and also Brunson shot that last year too. But here's the thing, though, Brunson missed like what 15 games or something like that because he played 65.
Yeah.
So, but still though, it's like I would like that, but the thing is again, you know what that trio is. We got a trio in defense, and it's a big. And I hate to say it, there's very few rim protecting bigs. Yeah, everyone says Wemby because of his height. I'm not knocking Wemby, but I think Mitchell is like a top 10 still rim protector. Guys like Jonathan Isaac, Gobert. You got to put Mitchell Robinson in there. Like, y'all don't remember what he did in Boston, man? Like, come on, he's front up squaring up on Tatum. Tatum's supposed to be that dude, and he just
what team was that Garrison Matthews played for, and they was calling him Gary Bird? Chad, what team was that? What team was that where they was calling him Gary Bird? Was that Washington? They was calling him Gary Bird or something?
I'm not even sure. I thought it was
Houston.
Yeah, I thought it was Houston or Atlanta.
It might have been someone. They was calling that man Gary Bird. Yeah, hey, Brandon Williams says Kuminga wouldn't even have a role here. Kuminga wants to be a number one option. I felt like, Brandon, I feel like Steve Kerr is a poor developer of young talent. And we're gonna keep it a stack.
Mm-hmm.
I think they ruined Jordan Poole, right? Remember when Jordan Poole was with Golden State and he was like a ball handler, combo guard, shooter, and all these things, and then he get to a certain point, like Steve Kerr legit gets their young players to 8th grade, and then they wind up dropping out of high school. That's what Steve Kerr is like with development to me, right? Like that's what and I don't know if that's totally accurate, but it seems that way. It seems that way. Like he get them so far, and then he can't get them no further. Because think about it. When's the last time y'all heard anything good from Moses Moody?
Damn, I didn't even know he's still in the league.
Or James Wiseman. Or y'all remember how good Brandon Podziemski was supposed to be? And he's still playing like he did basically in his second year. Like he can't get them over the he can't get them over the hump for some reason.
Don't Golden State got Quentin Post?
Yeah.
Why would they need
Quentin Post? Hey man, I ain't even gonna front, bro. I keep it a stack. Quentin, it'll take, to me, you'd have to give me 25 Quentin Posts in order for me to give you Mitchell Robinson.
No, it's not that. It's the thing
I wouldn't need to take 30 Quentin Posts for Mitchell Robinson, bro.
He can shoot the three. And I think that was the point that what you were saying too. I think he has more value than what Kerr's actually using him for. Like, he can shoot the three, he can move in motion. I'm not saying he's a good defender, but offensively, he's like a CVS version of Chris Porzingis to me. But he could be very effective, and I don't even see Stephen Kerr, Coach Kerr, using him the way that he should be. I'm not saying Post should be averaging like 25 and 12. No, I'm just saying I think that he should be more in flow of the offense and spreading out the court, because he just got him standing there sometimes.
Yeah. And just as a rule of thumb, I want my big men to shoot over 45%.
Cat 41%.
No, I'm talking about from the floor, period.
Oh.
Like this dude, Quentin Post, he shoot 44.9% from the floor, from everywhere. And I think he shot 40% from three. Yeah, so he shot 40.8% from three on 6 attempts a game. So that's not bad.
That's like 2 out of 6.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, man, yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, I I can see it working with him and Mitch if we were to trade, but I wouldn't need more than just Kuminga. Like, I'm sorry. Mitch is highly valued, and him with Golden State, he would be more efficient in the pick and roll. Like, that'll amplify them to the point where I think they will make it to the West. But I don't think that it will hold up because it depends on the Sandman Butler. But to be honest with you, I'm just happy how the league look. Like, but the one thing that scares me about us is I keep hearing people saying we got this opportunity. You know, Boston's hurt, they're on crutches. You know, Cavs lost a lot of their players. We got a best. I don't care what anyone says. Winning a championship is winning a championship. But when LeBron James won a championship in the bubble, everybody says, "Oh, it's an asterisk. It's a bubble." This guy is the freaking leading scorer in the NBA, and they hate on him. So imagine if we were to win a championship in this era. That's why I kind of feel like I would take the win, but I want it to be like we earned it, not because these guys were hurt. That's why I keep telling you, I think 2 out of 3 years we need it. So this season, we need to make the right moves.
I think the right move is keep Mitch, sign him to extension, and get rid of your guard depth. Don't trade Mitch. Move some of them guards, bro. Move up some of them because some of them ain't gonna play.
I agree.
Some of them ain't gonna play, bro. Like legit, if you're talking about starting at the bottom, like you're talking about Dink Pate, Kev McCullough, Tyler Kolek, Deuce McBride, Jordan Clarkson, Malcolm Brogdon, and Jalen Brunson. Somebody ain't gonna play, bro.
Yep, I agree. The sad part is I think, to be honest with you, like the moves we made has helped us, but it's like
and Gary Bird. I meant to say Gary Bird also.
Yeah. We stuck. Like you gotta really think about how we're gonna make this all work. Because even getting 5 minutes in the game is gonna take too much from the top. Or I kind of like seeing Brunson at like 30, 35 minutes, but then again, who's to say he has to play the whole 80 game season? He could pay 72, 73. You know, you could rest him some nights, which would be dumb, but we don't have that luxury. But for me, I would get rid of a lot of that guard.
I would rest him on back to backs.
Yeah, like I would too. Yeah, but you know how Brunson is. Brunson gonna be like, "Nah, son, I got my warm ups on." you gotta play him. But for me, it's like I wouldn't. You're right. I get rid of some of that guard depth, and if anything, I would get more of a wing depth. But
not even get rid of it, but consolidate it is what I'm saying.
Like have 3 guys. Like if we're gonna do it, for me, it'll be like Brunson, Clarkson, Shamet. Like those 3 are the main guys, and then have McBride be the 1 and 2 in case we need somebody. In case like Shamet gets hurt or he's having an off game, he could come into that spot, or he could be the number 2 off the bench. Like you have that mix and match with that versatility. But I think we need to find like another, not a wing, but like a actual 4 that can do things like. Basically, I don't even want to say Precious, but the closest thing I can say is how Precious was.
If you pull up that Jonathan Kuminga trade, though.
Yeah, but then we lose one of our key like defensive players. Like,
no, I'm not talking about trading Mitch. I'm talking about figure out a way to keep Mitch and get Kuminga. If you could figure out a way to get Kuminga and keep Mitch.
That's why I say I think pack them, and I think, to be honest with you, I think that the best thing that they can probably do is do like a. I don't want to put it out there, but I'm gonna have to pack them, McBride, and maybe McCullers for like a Kuminga, but then we would probably have to throw in a draft pick, like, and we would have to probably add another team for me. But even that, like, we gave up a lot, but we would get the guy we need, and it'll clear up a lot of that depth. Because as much as I love Packham, his youth and the fact that he's still young, a lot of people will take a risk out on him. And a lot of people won't mind signing him to that rookie deal. Kolek, not so much because of his height, but at least Packham could play defense. He could learn to shoot the 3. Like, he has more upside. McBride, we already know he's a good defender that can shoot the 3. But then it's like those 3 I see, you can trade. But I wouldn't add McCullers, but knowing the Knicks, we would add all 4 of them and then end up with Kuminga, and then like another team would get like 2 of our draft picks, and then everyone's like, "What are we doing?" Same thing we did with Bridges. It's funny how everyone hated the Bridges trade because of all those picks, but Bridges was one of the best defenders, and he shot 50% from the field, and he was
yeah.
and he was a part of the best two guy defense in him and OG. Freaking 98 percentile on defense, like in the playoffs, out of all places.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't ask better than that. So why would we get rid of that? And he's an Iron Man. Why would, like, come on? He's an Iron Horse, literally. Like he's one of those guys we got.
I'm gonna ask y'all this. Yeah, hey Sherwood. I mean, I
think 6.
I don't think it's just the guards thing. I think it's the consolidation thing. Is I don't think like the Knicks feel like they have too many guards. I think they want to consolidate so that they can sign Garrison Matthews and Brogdon and keep Shamet. That way they can have respectable 3-point shooting. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like if there are nights where you can put Garrison Matthews and Shamet on the floor together, then now your floor is spread where guys can operate, right? And so, yeah, and it might be 10 guard, man. I don't know.
I counted 6.
I don't know, but what I do know though is I don't think a consolidation trade is a bad thing. I just think whoever gets traded is gonna break my heart. Right? Whoever get traded, I'm gonna be like, man, that sucked, man. You feel me? Like regardless, whoever it is, even if it's Tyler, say they trade Tyler Kolek to Charlotte for Nick Smith Jr. Right? Say they trade Kolek to Charlotte for Nick Smith Jr. I'm gonna be like, dang, man, I like Kolek, man. Kolek was my guy. TKO, man. Why they trade such and such?
Nah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be like 1 week could be like, all right, cool. Maybe like Kolek or McBride would be like, yo, sorry. But it's gonna be somebody that hurts. Like for me, I want to see what McCullers could do, really. Because if he could come in and like really help this team, just one of the young guys outside of Arielle do something. Because to me, I think that we have to use Arielle and he's gonna do well because when he played those 10 games before he got hurt, he was getting like 2 blocks a game in like 10 minutes. And that dude was just everywhere. Remember when I called him out on how he wasn't closing out correctly and Tibbs was going to sit him? Tibbs did it for 5 games and then he came straight back because Mitch got hurt. He started playing better. Like the kid adapted real quick and he has a lot of promise with his height and his energy. But we see that more out of him in those 13, 14 games than we did out of anybody else. So I don't see them getting rid of him. But McCullers, I think, has value. Packham has value. And if you could do him and McBride, those 3 together, you could get a pretty good consolidation in a deal. I would hate to see them go, but, I mean, if we win now, am I going to be mad? Nah. I'm going to be like, dang, I wish it would have worked, but, you know?
Yeah. That was the rumor. That was the rumor. I don't know if I ain't gonna front. Like I don't know if the Knicks are really thinking about doing a consolidation deal, but I saw something on SportsIllustrated.com that hinted at the Knicks have no other choice but to do a consolidation trade in order to keep some guys. Right? Because the guys that they have are, while they're not excellent NBA players, they are proven to be quality NBA players.
Yeah.
It's like getting socks for Christmas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you wanted the Cadillac Escalade, but you got some socks.
It's better than that.
You still gonna wear them socks. You know what I'm saying? You just wanted an Escalade though.
That's hilarious. He said socks for Christmas. You know how bad of a gift that is?
But they handy, bro.
I mean, they are, but I would have preferred a gift card or something. But socks? Damn. That's actually kind of funny. I mean, I hate it but the best part about all of this is we are actually in a position to complain. So I can't be too ungrateful about it. That's why I say who stays and stays, who can go. because thus far they've been proving to us how well the Knicks have been in the front office, how good this team is. And to be honest with you, even though that Bridges outspoke against Tibbs last year, I think he's another leader that we have. We have a lot of leaders, and these guys ain't even, well, I'm talking about the front end, not the back end. We got a lot of young guys that's not even in their 30s that are just hungry. And that's what I want. I want to keep that going. So if we trade somebody and get someone that could gel it all together, hey, man, let's do it. And I honestly think the person I want, I know I can't have. And the person I may want may not work. Because I can sit here and give you all kinds of names. But to be honest with you, I didn't even think Shamet would be good last year. I was like, why'd we get him?
Right.
The dude was, and hearing Coach go, Chucky, I'm like, okay, maybe there's something there. And seeing how he was, and even Bridges, I was like, what is Bridges doing getting crossed up by, Trae Young and all of that when we were playing Atlanta and we was getting busted, and I kept pointing out all of his mistakes. What did he do the next time he played him? Squared up in front of him, stayed in front of him, pushing off of screens. Like he made the in-game adjustment the next time he saw him. So there's a lot of players out there, but at the end of the day, it comes down to money. And we know that one thing the Knicks are good for, we're going to pinch every penny out of everybody. I just want to see what Brown, the one thing that really scares me out of all of this, I love that we're talking positive about this team, is Brown being quiet. I ain't never heard a coach that got just a brand new job, and I ain't heard nothing from him. No, except for his press day. Hey, thank you guys for hiring me. That was it. This dude's been quiet. Either you gonna erupt like a volcano, or y'all got something cooking that we just gonna have to see when the season starts. And that's another take that I like about this team. But Brown,
You know what? Why you say that? I'm gonna head up the Golden State Warriors content creator. Why you chop it up with the chat? I'm gonna ask somebody that I trust on X about the Kuminga thing.
Okay. Real quick, Sharon, what did you just say? Arielle Hukporti's defense is as bad as Towns? You're going to make me catch a stroke on freaking live, man. Are you serious right now? This guy, again, if you go back and watch, for 12 games, was averaging 2 blocks a game in under 10 minutes of playing. So you're taking Sharon, I love you, bro. I have to love you because I'm actually acknowledging this. I'm going to say this. I guarantee you this season, if Arielle is healthy, you're going to change your opinion about him. He's going to get about 1.5 blocks a season. He's going to give you about 8 to 9 rebounds, and he's going to give you about, I want to say, 7 to 8 points. And he's going to do it coming off the bench when we don't even need it, because if you remember, very few times did he make mistakes, because when he came on, it was exciting to watch. He was getting down court. He was covering both ends. And even when he was playing with Cat, him and Cat, guys was blowing by him. Who was getting the blocks? It was Arielle. Things that was going down and breaking down for Cat, Arielle helped him on the background. And then even Arielle was giving him shots by grabbing rebounds, throwing it down court to Josh Hart. Josh Hart then throwing it to Cat, and Cat dunking it. Like, there's some things that you could only do as a big, and especially when you're limited. I kind of hate to say this. You can overcoach a player, and Tibbs wasn't really had the airs of Cat. But when you look at when Tibbs put Arielle in, that kid Arielle was just high energy. He made it fun again. It looked like watching good basketball. So I'm not going to tell you wrong. That's your opinion. But I'm going to tell you this. Watch this dude next. Wait, shot blocking don't make you. Are you kidding me? Okay, let me explain to you about why shot blocking makes you a good defender. And I'm not even going to go back to Hakeem or anything. The reason why shot blocking makes you a good defender is because of 3 things. The fact that you're able to follow someone's hip movement from one point to the next, left to right, up and down, back and forth, as well as getting to the basket. That means that you have good hand-eye coordination, as well as following the shot to where you're not falling for fakes, which you can draw a foul. That also means that you have patience, as well as being able to box out the area to get to the spot. Because a lot of times when Arielle was getting picked off his screens, he wasn't able to get to the block, but he still was able to contest it. So those 3 things alone right there can show you that it helps out on defense, because you're not expecting Arielle to come in and pay 10 to 20 minutes. We're just expecting him to come off the bench 7 to 10 minutes, give Mitchell a break, give Cat a break. And what he can do in that time is sufficient. That's all you need. You don't need him to come out and be, oh, he need to be better than what Sims was. That's crazy. That's why I say what he's doing now is perfect. But the problem is everyone wants the top level performance, top level of this, and you call him a G leaguer. You know what? Then there's no point. You just gonna have to wait and see. Because I like you, Sharon. I don't want to go back and forth.
What did you say? Who a G leaguer?
He said Arielle Hukporti is a G leaguer. G leaguer.
Everybody's a G leaguer until they're an NBA player, right?
Yeah, but he played mostly in them.
He played a lot. Like he played a lot last year until he got injured.
Yeah, and then even with that being said, he did what his part was, which was to come in for a few minutes. He had a lot of defensive stops. Very few plays I've seen him get burnt, and everyone I called him out on. The kid made adjustment. The kids did. He would make a mistake, right back at it again. He didn't care. That's why I say y'all. You have to look at him, Sherman.
Yeah.
What he can do is get dominant. I like you, Sherwin. And before I say something and then it doesn't come true, I'm just gonna say this. Watch this kid. There's a lot to him because it's something that you haven't seen that most people haven't seen. He played overseas before he came into the league. The number 1 draft pick, he used to bust his ass defensively. Go back and watch it. He wasn't able to put up 25, 30 on him. He was dropping 15, 17. And he had him all game. And the only time he started getting out was when he was off. So y'all can sit here and say, oh, well, he ain't that good neither in the league. No, the number 1 draft pick that everybody was giving big praise about his offense, Arielle Hukporti, was his stopper. He was his Rodman to whatever you want to say. He got in his head. Even when we played against him, they had to wait. When we played against him, matter of fact, we played against Washington. When we played against them, he had him under lock and key. They had to wait for him to come out, and then he started getting hot like 2-3 minutes after Arielle left. But it's all right, though. Dude, I got the G League game. I'm not saying he's not a G Leaguer. I'm just saying he's great for the time that he's there. Like I said, you can have your opinions on him saying he's a G Leaguer, he's that. But for me, if he's coming in for 7 minutes and I got someone on my bench on this Knick roster, I'm putting him in because I'm going to try to save as much energy as I can for Cat and Mitchell Robinson for late 3rd quarter, early 4th quarter. That way we could go ahead and use the Brunson AI as Unc say 50, 40, 90. We can take advantage of it.
Yeah,
a lot of these players are not needed. You're not needed to come in and have high impact. You just have to do good enough. Like
young players have to learn, man. Like legitimately, you like when we talking about like you brought up Olajuwon, right?
Yep.
When Olajuwon entered the NBA, guess how old he was?
How old?
Arielle Hukporti age right now.
Oh damn, I didn't know that.
When Pat Ewing entered the NBA, guess how old Pat Ewing was? Older than Arielle Hukporti is right now. Like guys legit have to learn. Like you got to get, and then when guys are when guys are legitimately 2nd round picks, you know they have flaws in their game that need to be worked on and developed. So the reason why they're 2nd round picks, right? So if Hukporti defense is trash, so what? It's he a work in progress.
Oh, and real quick, I just want to say something. You ever heard of this thing called vet ticks? VETTIX?
Nope.
Type it in for veterans. We get tickets to games, any sports or any type of events, free of charge.
Okay.
But you got to type it in and log in under your stuff, and you could get games. I'm gonna try to go to some Knick games myself under it, but I just wanted to let you know because we vets. And that's to y'all too out in the chat as well. You can go to concerts, whatever, but I know that's a free plug, but we all vets.
Mo, what's good, bro?
Yeah, we do need that. Like that's high energy off that bench.
So I got something, man. I just wanted to run through real quick, right?
Yeah, knock out.
So let's talk about something, right? There's been building under the surface since the Knicks' new signings. The roster crunch is real. When you add guys like Malcolm Brogdon and Landry Shamet on top of an already deep rotation, when you already added Gershon Yabusele and Jordan Clarkson, it creates a tricky puzzle. So how do you give everybody that you signed, plus the guys that are already here, plus your core four, minutes and quality minutes, right? Quality minutes, not blowout minutes or nothing like that, just quality minutes, right? First, let's look at the guards, right? Jalen Brunson is captain of New York, right? He already in a category on all his own. You don't have to say nothing. But the Knicks have two guys that are six men of the year, former 6 men of the year, Jordan Clarkson and Malcolm Brogdon, right? Y'all, they are talented. Landry Shamet is a glue guy, right? Landry Shamet is a glue guy. Like, don't expect Landry Shamet to be Dante DiVincenzo. Expect him to be Landry Shamet, right? The thing about guys like Shamet and Clarkson and Brogdon is you need them to play because they bring things to the table every night. Then you have Deuce McBride, right? Deuce McBride has a reputation of being a defender, right? A defender. I don't know what type, where he's good at it at. I know he's a defender. I don't know what his expertise is defensively. I'm not saying he's not a great defender. I'm just saying he's a good defender. But I don't know who he guards best, right? Right. So you got that. You have to consider putting shooting on the floor, though. You got to consider Garrison Matthews getting some type of playing time, man, because the thing is, the Knicks shot the three at, I think they shot the three at I'll go back to it and find it. But the Knicks shot the three at an unbelievable conversion percentage. They just didn't shoot it enough. Right, I'll find it. Right, I'll find it right now. Right, let me go here to 3-point.
About to be like 54% or something like that.
The Knicks were. Oh wait a minute, that's the wrong way. The Knicks were 5th in 3-point percentage behind Sacramento, surprise, surprise, Philly, Atlanta, and Phoenix. Oh, wait. No. Let me go back. I'm sorry. Let me go back. Wrong stat. Hold on. Because I thought the Knicks were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Knicks were 8th in 3-point percentage, right? At 36.9, almost 37% from three, right? Guess what number they were in attempts, Cowboy Bob?
Damn. I'm gonna say
27th.
The
Knicks were 27th in three-pointers attempted. So you can shoot them, you just didn't take them. Now one could say they didn't shoot. They shot a great percentage because they took open ones, right? They were careful with the ones that they took. Could be your argument, right? Or you could say we didn't have guys that could create enough threes for us, right? Or you could say we just didn't have the playmaking to create, to get guys open threes. I'm not talking about Brunson. I'm talking about overall team creation. I'm not talking about Brunson. It's the reason why I think we say that the Knicks need more ball handlers, because we didn't have enough guys to create open looks for guys to get the three off, right? And so I'll finish my thing real quick, right? You only have so many guard minutes to pass around. Somebody is gonna sit. Now the wings, you got OG Anunoby. He's an elite defensive wing. I don't care what the stats say. We see it with our eyes. Josh Hart, you got Bridges, you got Mo Diawara way down the pipeline. You got Kev McCullough way down the pipeline. You got Malcolm Brogdon way down the pipeline. Basically, Leon Rose is in a dilemma, right? Do you continue grooming all those kids at the back end of your roster, right? I'm not opposed to having 4 or 5 kids. I'm not, right? if the Knicks had pause, not that way, Cowboy Bob. Relax, calm down, bro. Now, I thought you had 7 kids, Uncle Freezie. Relax. I put my business out on the internet. You right,
Crazy.
But I'm not opposed to that. What I can say though is at times the Knicks did struggle getting the ball up the floor, getting into the offense within a reasonable amount of time. Next thing you know is Jalen Brunson dribble, ISO, right? And then the importance is on Mitchell Robinson to grab up every offensive rebound, only because the offense was
lacking.
A quicksand offense.
Yeah.
Right. Now you bring in guards that can shoot. Right. You bring in guards that can shoot. You can't gamble as much against the Knicks with these exotic defenses and things of that sort, because now you can spray the ball around the floor and knock down the 3 and make teams pay for doubling Jalen Brunson or taking a long athletic defender and putting it on Brunson, and then have Trae Young closing out on Malcolm Brogdon in the corner, knowing that's not even a real life contest.
True. I still, I mean, it is what it is. If we could figure this out, I think we're good. But it's good problems to have, basically. It's one of those things that
good problems to have.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. It's like, what do you do with your money? Are you gonna invest?
I know, I saw that.
You gotta either invest or you not. But the fact that we, even like, DSJ said in the chat, was being defended because they were expecting it on defense. That's a good point.
Say that again.
Nah, DSJ was saying that the reason he said they didn't shoot as much because the perimeter was defended too well under Tom Thibodeau's offensive scheme. And I'm like, that's actually a good point. I think that he's on because they knew when to expect it. Because a lot of times we would telepath it. You could tell when the screens were coming. You could tell certain plays, people weren't moving as often. But at the end of the day, I still think it's execution.
You can't, but Cowboy Bob, that's one of the things though, like DSJ is saying, you can't cut or spot up when you don't know what Jalen Brunson is going to do. Like Jalen Brunson is winging it every night with his footwork, trying to get into his shot. He don't know what he's going to do. So if JB don't know what he's going to do, how are you going to do what you want to do? Because Jalen Brunson is in the Brunson burner and he's looking to create a shot. Now, what do? You can't cut, because what if you cut into the space that he was trying to get his shot off, right? Yeah. Or you can't spot up, right? Because what if you spot up and the Brunson burner take him to the other side of the floor, and then you rush over there and then he zoom back by you trying to get past Zach Risachet to get a shot up, and now he don't have an outlet to pass to. Now he's doing a dribble handoff real quick to go get the ball back so he can continue a live dribble. Right? Like it's these small things that we look at, we see with our own eyes, and we like, yo, the offense is stagnant. Yes, it's stagnant. Of course, we know it's stagnant, right? The offense is stagnant is because when Jalen Brunson is operating in the Brunson burner, nobody knows what to do, because JB don't know what to do because he's setting up his defender.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not JB fault either. I'm not blaming JB for dribble, What? Yeah, like 3 hours later, like Jalen Brunson, like dribbling in a static offense, man, and we out here like,
God damn it.
You don't know what to do. right? Because Tom Thibodeau offense is not innovative. But
I was talking about I was just talking about execution. Like, y'all got to communicate and work on that. Like, now y'all got that opportunity to actually tell, based off of where he's going, how to rotate, how to make fakes, how to do counters to his counters. Like, I mean, Tibbs never really practiced like that with them, but I think now is the opportunity with Brown. The only thing is, like I said, is I wonder how much more stresses are going to be on the players because they're used to playing more of a mental practice, film, video, live practice with scenarios, stuff like that. Like, Tibbs just relied on your IQ.
They doing walkthrough, not live practice.
Yeah, that's why everybody plays so many dang minutes, and a lot of people don't even understand that. And it's funny, people say, "Oh, you like Tibbs?" No, I believed in what he did. Like, his mentality is dope. Like, hey, I believe in you. I'm gonna show you what you can do, but it's up to you to do it. And very few coaches, hell, people for that matter, believe in people like that. It's always my way or the highway, or you don't know what you're talking about. Not very much people could actually listen and, hey, you did this game. Like, what about this? What about that? Remember 2 weeks ago when you tried to go on left and he spun and you got him in a position, and then the next game they caught. Like, that breakdown is very, very rare. But sometimes you need like a guy like a Mike Brown who's gonna come in and be that voice that's like, I think he's gonna be militant. Like, not military minded, like left, right. Like, he's just gonna be the guy where, like we were saying last year, remember when sometimes we would just see Tibbs standing there and be like, yo, Tibbs, say something, do something. You're gonna see it from Mike Brown. You're gonna see that emotion, you're gonna see that he cares, and it's gonna change the players' mentality. And I also think that his coaching of actually teaching them not just the basics, but he has a little bit of that Tibbs in him to where they're gonna be better. That's why I say he's really, out of everything that we have, he's the one question mark that I have. Is what is he going to bring to the table? Because I don't know if he's the coach from Sacramento, or I don't know if he's going to be the coach from Golden State.
Hey, man, DSJ has a question. He says, do we really expect more innovative offense under Mike Brown, or is it wishful thinking? Hey, man. Hey, DSJ, you ever had like a Roger Wood sandwich in the morning for breakfast, and then your homeboy like show up in the yard bumping, probably playing that Tank, maybe I Deserve, bumping in the car, and you look out the window and like, hey, where y'all going? Hey, dog, we going to Waffle House. And you look at that Roger Wood over there, you like, yeah, that Roger Wood do be busting, but I'm going to go to Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? The thing is we know what Tom Thibodeau's offense is. Tom Thibodeau runs the Derrick Rose offense. That's the name of it. Hey, y'all go get some buckets, and I'm gonna work on this defensive stuff over here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's the Mike Vick offense. You ain't never seen Michael Vick play football, bro? Like, legit. Was Dan Reeves was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna work on this defense over here, and Mike, you just run around and do all that stuff you be doing and score some touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's all it was. And an innovative NBA offense is not even a far cry or wishful thinking, in the sense that it's something that can't be created. The mere fact that Mike Brown won't stifle it is going to make it better than it was before.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that the coach is not going to take away creativity, right? The fact that you have a coach that's going to listen to his assistants, right? And people can tell me, they can say Uncle Freezie just be jabba. I legit have witnesses. You ask people that we go to the games with. Witnesses, like we used to sit behind the Knicks brass at the game and watch the Knicks brass like,
mm-hmm.
We watching them.
Like, what are we doing?
Like, we legit watching people out the front office. They just sitting there like, about the Knicks offense. Like,
mm-hmm.
like legitimately, if you down by 2, and Cowboy Bob, I'm gonna jog your memory, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a jog your memory, right? Imagine the Knicks being down by 27 in the third quarter, and you don't want to play Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose together because you don't want them to play defense together. Chat, think about it. You down 27, and you got Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose. You won't play them together because you're afraid of what's going to happen to your team defensively. Motherfucker, you down 27.
Down by 27. Yep. It make no sense. You might as well just do something to try to spark something.
You down 27. I legit saw that with my own eyes. Like legit, you're not gonna put Derrick Rose, Kemba Walker, and Evan Fournier on the floor at the same time because you're losing. You're like, man, we down 25. I don't want to get down 35. You're gonna stay down 25 if you don't score.
Mm-hmm.
These little things, bro, like these micro decisions, like we be shooting ourselves in our own foot. Our own, with the Tom Thibodeau offense is public enemy number one is your own foot. Wanted dead or alive, my own foot. Just the fact that that somebody comes in with a different mindset, a refreshed way of thinking, like, hey, you know what? We can still play defense, but we can also score at the same time. Mm-hmm. Right? Why we don't pass the ball to Mitch? Because we don't want to risk a turnover if Mitch bobbled the ball in the crowd. So we just don't never pass him the ball. Well, what if he catch it and dunk? What a novel idea. What if we throw the lob to Mitchell Robinson and he catch it and dunk it? We worried about what happens if that ball go out of bounds. We not worried about what happened if the Blockness monster catch that lob in the crowd and throw that thing down his throat like Barkley. We worried about what if you don't catch it? So then they don't throw it. And now Mitch set the screen. Mitch setting lazy screens because he know he ain't gonna get the ball. And then people out here like, man, the offense look bad. Yes. It come from the guy, come from the top.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Man, I think.
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I agree with that, and then that also, like, to go to DSJ's point, like he said earlier, it telepaths what you're gonna do. You know the lob's not coming, so what you do? You press or you sag off of the screen, but then what you do is, as opposed to staying with Mitch, you just put more force on the ball handler. Like you hide behind the defender, and then you wait till your man is in position. Screen come, you sit right here and wait. Your man comes around. Now when he comes to the road, you just step up, and now you trap Brunson. We've seen that happen plenty of times where he get trapped and he get into the two teams and he has to kick it out quick, and then he asks for it back. It's telepathic. I agree. That's why I'm not really saying that. I love Tibbs, but he had a lot of flaws.
And here's one of the things I wanted to point out too. The Knicks didn't have a bad offense. The offense was actually pretty good, right? The Knicks finished 5th in the NBA in field goal percentage last year.
Really?
The Knicks finished 5th in the NBA in field goal percentage. Right? The Knicks, I think they finished 1st in free throw percentage. I'm gonna double check real quick, but I think they finished 1st in field goal percentage. No, the Knicks finished. They finished 5th in and free throw percentage. The Knicks legit shot 80%. Right? They shot 80% from the line. They almost shot 49% from the floor. The only thing that stopped them from being a super elite offensive dynamo is the number 3 pointers they attempted. Right? If the Knicks shot league average 3-point attempts per game, last year, I'm gonna find out the league average 3-point attempts. I'm gonna pick out number 15. Who is number 15 and
28?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If the Knicks shot 37 threes per game.
37, damn.
If they shot 37 threes per game, I think they're scored.
Wait.
Oh, and you know what? And you know what that is? That means if they shot 3 more threes a game,
You mean to tell me that that's
If they shot 3
15?
more threes a game, they would probably have the number one offense in the NBA.
What's number one? I'm just curious. What's number one?
Who's number one?
Yeah, who's number one and like how many attempts?
Boston. Boston took 48 threes a game.
Okay. And then number two.
Golden
Okay,
State
that's not
was
that
number
bad.
2 with 42 threes a game, and so on down the list.
Okay, now I just wanted to. Okay, I knew the gap was big from Boston, but I wanted to see 42. I'm like, that's crazy. A game? That's a lot. I mean, of course Boston had it last year.
The
but
most
I'm just
efficient
like,
3-point shooting team,
yeah.
was the Cleveland Cavaliers. They were second in attempts, and they were second in field goal and 3-point percentage, and they were fourth in the numbers taken. So they was fourth in the number of threes taken and second in the number in 3-point percentage.
Yeah, that's almost like that's crazy. Like that's where we kind of want to be.
Yeah.
That's kind of. And the funny thing is, like you said, if we took 3 more threes, we would have.
And ideally, you want to take for this team. I think you want to take like 5 more threes.
Yeah.
Right, but at the same time,
yeah, efficiency but then the thing is if we had those attempts, we would have been in the finals.
Right.
Like, how many close games did we lose against Indiana? Like the first game would have ended, we would have won. Even if he did his little tip dunk or whatever, that little shot to push us to overtime, we would have won. Like that game, and then the other games where, like, it's crazy how the game evolved that much. I only thought Boston was at like 40, but
yeah, they shot 40. At one point, I think they were over 50 threes a game.
Yeah, they did that with us on. Yeah. I remember how they always shooting threes. I just hate that crap. It's because it's like, to me, you rely on the 3 ball too much to where you can't even really develop the game, or there's not a game flow. You just come down, pull up, and hit a 3. But
yeah,
I just can't wait, man. I want to see what Brown is going to do that's different than Tibbs.
I'm not saying that Mike Brown is a savior either, everybody.
Nah.
I'm not saying that he is a savior either. I'm pointing out that basically.
Yeah. It's just the new eyes, new looks always can help out a business. Always can help out a team. Because look what happened. Again, you can look at Golden State. Kerr came in, they won a championship. You could look at how other teams come in with actual better coaching or different coaching, and they do well.
Right.
Like, I don't know what to tell y'all or what y'all expect, but I really think that this team is going to show some serious promise.
Yeah.
I actually think that Brunson's probably going to get like 30. Imagine if Brunson's doing 50, 40, 90 on 30 minutes a game.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. I like to see Brunson.
Insane.
I'd like to see Brunson at about 32 minutes and 50, 40, 90.
Damn. That's
right.
crazy.
And it's not because I want to see less Brunson. It's because I want to see a fresher Brunson in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right. Chad, I don't want to see less Brunson, right? I actually would love to see more Brunson, but considering we're a championship team, I would like to kind of shave off a little bit in order for us to see a fresh Jalen Brunson in the playoffs, man. That'd be bananas, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy Bob, what else you got, man? I'm about to get out of here, bro.
I was just gonna ask.
I'm tired, bro. I've been up man, all day, man. Team meetings, man.
I know what you mean.
This is how many times that we did the Knicks morning drive? I mean, we did
I just want to do something real quick with DSJ about Josh Hart. You can't expect Josh Hart to do more than what he already does. That's the same thing, and I think that you start. Yeah, you end up wearing them down, and then they lose their value. Because even if you look at last season, when he was the starting guy, he was doing all of that, he was getting burnt out. I honestly think that we just need to find.
And we don't want Josh to get injured too. We know when Josh don't know how to. Josh was he ever ready? Is that Energizer Duracell?
Yeah, he just keep going.
He does the Radio Shack battery bunny.
Remember, he had that chest injury. He still was playing. He was limping on the court. He got fouled. Like, he don't know when to get off the court. So you just got to teach him how to do his thing. But if the team get better looks, that's how we get better at it. Like, as a team, it can't just be on one person. That's just me. But that's all I got, man. I know you're tired. Go New York, go New York, go.
All right, hey, we out here, y'all.
Peace.
I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I